Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I'm so excited. It is Friday, and if you join me regularly here, you know what Friday is. I always love to join you with a fun fold card. So today we're kicking off Friday with a card that's a different fold, and I wanted to end off the week. Today is November 18th, if you're watching the replay, November 18th, 2018, and we are at the tail end of the seasonal sale for 2022. So right now, until 11:50 p.m. tonight, you can get all of the things that are on sale in the annual catalog. 10% off punches, 15% off stamps, 20% off dies, 20% off designer series paper, the non-specialty kind and the non-assortment kind. So that's an amazing, amazing deal, right? And I don't think this is going on sale anymore before the end of the catalog. So if you've had your eye on some things from this big annual catalog, okay? It's the annual catalog seasonal sale. And I've been like sifting through this catalog and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many things I haven't had a chance to buy yet, especially stamp sets, right? I'm going to definitely stock up tonight. I placed an order yesterday and now I have another wish list. How can it be? And some of the DSP designer series paper is on sale, and some of it I just love, love, love. And I haven't had a chance to use it personally for my own personal scrapbooking and stuff like that. So I'm going to stock up. Hi, Polly. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Carol. Good to have you with me. Good morning, Cindy from Indiana. Thank you all for being here. So let's get started. I've got a fun fold card for you. This card was inspired by the amazing Lisa Curcio. She did this card I think it was 3 months ago, and different papers, different stamps, different dies, all of it. I'm just using the idea and totally revamping that amazing style of card. We're doing what's called the Easy Pivot Easel card. So the project sheet will be on my blog once the video is done here today, and the instructions will be this video. Okay, so I'm going to be uploading this video onto my YouTube page, YouTube channel. So if you're looking for me over on YouTube, just type in my name, Rosemary Coleman, and you will see my channel. I would love it if you subscribe to me. I'm going to be doing a lot more on YouTube, so stay tuned for that. But this video replay will be over on YouTube, so you can go and watch it, and I will post the picture of the card so that it's a good visual to know that you're in the right spot and you're getting the right video. Fun fold cards are sometimes hard to explain by writing out the instructions. So the instructions will be in video format, okay? But you can go to my blog at rosecoleman.com and print off the project sheet, which will have the colors of cardstock that I use, the measurements, the stamps, like all the products that I use and the things that you're going to need, right? Like the cutting measurements. So I just wanted to make that clear. All right, let's flip the camera. We're going to play with a new product as well as 3 things from the annual catalog that are going to be I don't know if they're going to be retired. I can't say, but they're on sale right now. And this catalog is good until May. So if you want to grab these now before Christmas, it's a great idea, right? Maybe you have a stamper or a paper crafter on your wish list. These the designer series paper, the dies and embossing folders and the stamps. I mean, you could put together a beautiful collection for a gift, right? I have lots of stampers on my shopping list that I would love to give them some new things. And even if it's not new to them, like if you get them an extra package of your favorite designer series paper, they are going to love it, right? And even better to send them a card made with that designer series paper, so then they get the idea to go with it. Oh, there's so many possibilities. Okay, here we go, guys. I am going to point you down at my work surface and we're going to get started. Here we go. Okay, there's my snowy backyard and here is my work surface. So today we're going to play with a stamp set. Hi, Gail. Happy Friday. Hi, Janice from my home province of Newfoundland. Good to have you with me. Okay, so we're going to play with something new and 3 things that are on sale. So let me share with you the new thing. I think you can see it off to the side of my camera here. So the fitting florets are amazing, and I do have a PDF tutorial that I'm going to send you when you purchase this bundle from me during the month of November. This is the dies. You're seeing the dies here. There's one missing. Where is it? Over on my machine, I believe. Let me find my oval die. I'm going to need it. Okay. That could be a problem. Okay, so we'll find that. But I did get some pre-cutting done. So we're going to use these dies today. And I've gone ahead and I've cut out an oval. I've got an old olive outline, and I have a real red outline. Now this real red outline is cut using the same oval die, which I'm going to have to take a second and look for my die because I cannot make this card without it. First thing I'm going to do is check my trash bin, make sure I didn't accidentally throw it out. Good Lord. It's here. It's on my desk. Okay, so let's get started here. I'm going to move this off to the side. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I've already done some cutting with it. Woo! This is the die you're going to need from the Fitting Florets dies. And I'm going to show you how I did all the cutting with this one. So these are the 3 pieces I've already got done. So real red ring, the inside white. So when I cut this with white, I got an outside ring right here, but I'm not using it. I'm going to save that for another project. Oh, Jen, yes, I know. Funny. It's so funny. My gremlins, right? Okay, so I've already cut these parts. Okay, so that's the new thing that you want to get is these dies. They are totally amazing. Love, love, love them. Okay, we're going to bring in seasonal sale items. We have Peaceful Deer, this stamp set. Oh my gosh, I love the Peaceful Deer. It's a photopolymer stamp set, a set of 20 stamps, and it's on sale for $23.40, okay? So you want to grab that one. It's a classic one that you'll need for Christmas for years and years to come. And the regular price, the stamps are 15% off. Yes. Stamps are 15% off. So the sale price is $23.40. We have a matching punch, the Deer Builder punch. It is also on sale. No, the stamps, I'm sorry, I'm reading my screen here. The stamp set is on sale for $25.50. It's the punch that's on sale for $23.40. And the punch is regular at $26. Okay, so it's in the annual catalog. If you're wondering where I'm finding these things, I'm just going to show you right here. On page 154, the Deer Builder is at the bottom. So we're going to play with that one today. And we're going to play with some designer series paper. So 1, 2, and my third item that I'm going to bring in is Happy Forest Friends. Now this paper, this designer series paper is in the catalog. It is awesome. It's got leaves, it's got trees, it's got, oh my gosh, all kinds of stuff. And at first glance, it kind of looks fall-ish. It can also be used for baby cards. It coordinates with the Forest Friends stamp set. Anyway, this paper is gorgeous. I've used so much of it. And I'll show you Forest Friends. No, that's not the name of it. Happy. Happier Than Happy on page 47. There we go. I forgot the name of the stamp set. Okay, this is where it is in the annual catalog. So you've got the entire suite, Happy Forest Friends. It's the designer series paper you see up here is on sale. The stamp set is also on sale. You could grab that. It could be Hello Baby, Thanks, Welcome, Happier Than Happy for You. You could get your stamps at 15% off and the matching dies at 20% off. So it is actually cheaper, you guys, to shop separately. So get the paper, the stamps, and the dies separately with this sale today. That ends tonight at 11:50 p.m. Okay, so I am going to be using this paper to make a Christmas card with the Peaceful Deer stamp set. And bear with me, here we go. So I wanted to show you all of the products that I'm using before I get started. Okay, so for our card, I'm going to do this right from the beginning so you will know how to cut your cardstock. So I've got my trimmer, my paper trimmer, and I have a piece of crumb cake cardstock. We are going to pop this into the trimmer and line it up at the top at 4 1/4 inches. Cut it straight down through the long side. Then we're just going to turn it and we're going to score at 2 3/4. So I'm using my light gray scoring tool. 2 3/4, slide it into 5 1/2. That's the halfway mark. Okay, so 2 score marks. So 5 1/2 and 2 3/4. Okay, the other part of our cardstock piece, I'm going to pop that back into the trimmer and I'm going to cut it at 5 1/2. So you only need one of them. You can put the other one aside for another card. So these are the 2 pieces of crumb cake that we need. I have a piece of the Designer Series paper. This pattern right here, it measures 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to layer on the front. This is the front part of my card. All right, so we can go ahead and we're going to just glue that down, and then I'm going to do some stamping. You could also use this background pattern as well, but I really like the one on the other side. Either one will do. Let's see. We're going to put this right here, just with an even border, and then we're just going to put that aside for a second and put both of these pieces aside. I'm going to bring in a basic white piece that measures 4 by 5 1/4, and I also have my oval, my basic white oval. So we're going to do, oh, this has stamping on the back. You know what? Will it work? Yes, it will. We're going to make it work because you get 2 sides to every piece of cardstock. I didn't realize that one from my scrap bin had some stamping on it. Okay. What should we start with? We've got our colors here. We've got Real Red, Pool Party, Soft Suede, and Old Olive today. So I'm going to start off with Real Red, and I'm going to do some stamping using the stamps from the Peaceful Deer stamp set. I'll leave this off to the side here. So from the Peaceful Deer stamp set, I have my Merry Christmas. We're going to ink that up with Real Red, and we're going to stamp it straight across this oval, like that. Then we are going to stamp at the using Real Red again. We're going to use this one, Sending Love and Peace This Season. So I'm going to stamp that in the bottom left-hand side of my 4 by 5 1/4 piece. All right, so then I'm going to bring in Pool Party. Let's do some Pool Party. We've got our little snowflakes here. So we're going to stamp with Pool Party. And I'm just watching. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. And if I don't get back to you during the video, it's because I was looking at my card and I didn't see your comment. Okay, so I'm going to stamp 3 of these snowflake images across the top of this one. And I'm going to do 1 on the top of my oval. Okay, so we're done with the Pool Party. Now we're going to bring in Soft Suede. And this stamp set has so many deer. It has these ones here. These 2 here coordinate with the punch. This little one here is laying down. I love that. And this one's just kind of standing. You could stamp all of these. There's even a cute little bunny on this set. This down here is kind of like the ground, right? You can stamp that to give yourself a little bit of frame on the bottom. So I've got that one on my block. I'm going to stamp that at the bottom down here, the very bottom. And then I thought I would bring in that cute little deer that's just hanging out, just, you know, just chilling. I'm going to stamp him right on top of that. And then before it dries, I'm going to bring in my blender pen. Now the blender pen is such a fun tool. You can use it. There's no ink in it. It's just a mixture of water and I believe water and glycerin. And I'm just going around this deer image and I'm just like ever so slightly touching the edges to bring in some of that color. And you could, I mean, of course you could color this deer with your blends, but the blender pen is such a fun thing. And then when you're done, you can just work off the ink on your scrap paper. Okay, so I've got that done. I got my little deer hang out there. Now we need to do some trees. So I've got my Old Olive. And there's a lot of different tree images in this set too. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 different trees. So I've got this set right here. and we're going to stamp that one right on this side. And we're going to stamp it on this one, going off the edge. I've got my little tree here. We're going to stamp that on this side of my oval. And let's do another one right there. And I've also got the tall tree. It's magical. Yeah, I love photopolymer stamping because you can see exactly where you're stamping because you can see right through it, right? Okay, so there we have all of our stamping done, except for one little stamp that I'm going to do at the end. Okay, so let's bring back my card pieces. And this piece, first thing I'm going to do, actually I'm just going to put all these off to the side. We're going to do our cutting now. So I'm going to bring in my Big Boss, my big Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine, and we need this oval. Okay, so let's see. We've got, guess what? I've got new cutting plates. It's always a celebration. Okay, there's my cutting plates. Look at all the cuts. And I brought these into play the Friday of my retreat. I think that was like the first part of November. And now I bought another set. Those are still good, but there's nothing like the pristine new cutting plates, right? Look at that. Okay, so we're going to put these on. I like to line up, see the little circle where it says 3? There's the circle that says 2. And there is the number 1 platform, number 1, number 2 for cutting dies, and then a number 3 plate, a pristine clear one. We've got this tissue that we can get rid of. And then the first thing we're going to do is bring in this card front. So you remember where I scored it at 5.5 and 2 1/4, 2 3/4. I want to put this oval die right on here. Okay, so we're going to put this on here, and I'm going to use a Post-it note to hold it into place because I don't want it to shimmy. So I've got a big Post-it note, and I'm going to leave that right in the center. I'm going to put the Post-it note right over top. That's going to anchor down my die. And then I'm going to put my top number 3 plate on and get it all lined up. And then we're going to roll it. Okay. Hello, Charlene. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so we've got that cut. So let's peel off the Post-it note carefully so I don't cut my cardstock. And then we've got this one here. This is, you can use that for another project. And then you want to poke out your excess cardstock. This is a ring that can also be used for another project, right? It's all about the layers. Okay, so that is my card front. Remember the piece that I did with the designer series paper on it? Okay, so this one is the same size as my card front, like this. I want to pop that inside the card, like so, and tap it down so that it's right to the edge, because it's the exact size of the card front. And we're going to put this, we need to cut the oval in the exact same position, okay? So we're going to put this on here, then we're going to take this piece, we're going to lay it right on top, like so, lining it up as best you can, like that. Then you're going to take your die, put that right in this opening. You can feel when it is in the right spot. And then I'm going to grab my sticky note again, put that over top. And now we should be cutting through the designer series paper and the cardstock layer. So let's put our platform layer back on, and we're going to go forward and back. What size oval did you use? It is from June. It's from the Fitting Florets new dies. These ones right here. Okay, so this is a new product that you can get. It is amazing. Okay, going through, click, coming back, click. I'm going to go through one more time because we're going through a couple of different layers of cardstock, and I want to make sure that this actually cuts properly. So let's see if it did. Hopefully it did. Post-it note, yes. Okay, we're good. So let's see. We're going to I got a little bit of glue on there. So this is my card front with my score line right here at the 2 3/4 inch mark, right? This is now my card front, and I have this extra piece that I could use on another project. And let's poke out my piece here, my ring. And then I have a colorful designer series paper ring, which also can be used on another project. All right, so all the die cutting is done. Now we're going to put things together. Okay, so let's put my die back. And we're going to put all this together. Let's bring it all back in. So here's our card front. On the inside, this piece here, I've got a little edge there. That's okay. Some glue got oozed out, I think. That's okay. We're just going to go with it. This piece goes on the inside. So let's glue that down on the inside. Those butterflies make me laugh. That was from Monday when I was playing with the butterfly set. And I got a lot of glue on there. I don't want that much glue. So I'm just going to grab some scrap cardstock. I'm going to get rid of that excess glue, right? That's way too much glue. Okay, so now let's put this down on the inside. Kind of did it a little backwards, but it's all going to come together just nicely. I stamped the inside of my card before I did the front. Okay, we're going to fold this down, and this front part of the card is going to sit like this, so we want to glue it. So let's add some glue. Let's see. We're going to add glue. This is the important part. Only add glue to this bottom part, okay? So you want to just come in here, and we're going to just use my liquid glue. You could use tear tape if you wanted to. If you're not a fan of liquid glue, you can use whatever tape runner you have. It'll all work. All right, so we're going to put this on, and the leaves are all going in different directions, so there's really no right or wrong direction to this paper. So we're just going to line this up like so. Then you can see how it's going to be an easel, right? It's a pivot easel. So now the fun part begins. So we have our oval, right? And we have our ring, our real red ring. This is the beauty of these dies. They just make me so happy. And we have our outline, our old olive outline. You could totally change up the color. You could have done an oval ring and a real red outline. This is the beauty of this product suite. Love, love, love it. Okay, so to glue these down, we can start with this ring. Let's do that. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to add my glue to these corners, if you will, of this shape, because you don't really want to go around the edges of the inside of the window, because I don't want to risk getting glue all the way through my card. So we're going to put this on, frame up that oval like so. There we go. Now we want to put the ring in the middle. Now, when you do this, you'll realize that the ring kind of is a little bit like there's almost like it wants to overlay, and I don't want that because I want it to be on the inside. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up my card. I'm going to place that right here on the inside part, and I'm going to use mini dimensionals, okay? So let's just put mini dimensionals on this ring. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to use 4 mini dimensionals, put them on the top and the bottom and the sides, like so, and then peel off the little background, little wax paper background. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this in the open position, backwards kind of, right, with the front of the card is pointing down. I'm going to place it like that. Then I'm going to take the back of the card and I'm going to close it like that. Then when I flip it over, my red ring is exactly where I want it to be. It's on the inside of my card. So let's just open this up like that. There we go. Okay, so there's my red ring done. And then the Merry Christmas that I stamped, we're going to use big dimensionals on this one. And I'm going to use 4 because this is going to be the anchor of my card. Okay, it's going to anchor everything so that when the recipient opens it, they will automatically know that, oh, this opens and it stands up. So let's take this and we're going to put that right in the center of my oval, like so. And there we have the easel part of the card like this. We still need something on the front, right? Because that's pretty like it is, but let's bring in that deer punch, right? And the deer. Okay, so this deer here has the stamp, the etch in it. Oh, what fun. So let's stamp that on scrap white using soft suede. So we're going to stamp our deer, ink it up good, stamp it on the edge of my basic. And my stamp just went flying. Oh my goodness. Here we go. That, oh, real life crafting right over here on Friday. We have flying deers over here, literally. Okay, so we're gonna line this deer up in the punch, okay? So you just wanna make sure all of his little legs are in there, his tail, his ears, and then you can go ahead and pop him out. Okay, so now I've got my deer, and he needs his antlers, right? So I have some scrap of soft suede. I'm gonna slide that in. I only need the antlers, so I don't need to punch the whole thing out. Just gonna punch out the antlers, and then we can glue them down. I find it better to, let's see, where's my silicone mat? Oh my gosh, we don't need a silicone mat. That's okay, we can do it without. So I'm gonna have one antler go like this and one go like that. Does that seem right? Maybe flip this one over a little bit. So I'm just going to be very careful with my glue. And I'm just going to put a little teeny bit on the ends of each antler. And then I'm going to take my deer and I'm just going to pick up the antlers like so. There we go. Okay, so there's my deer with the antlers. And I'm going to, because I didn't use my silicone mat, I'm going to use my baby wipe and wipe up the glue on my work surface. Okay, so this deer is going to sit down here. But you don't want to put glue on the entire back side of the deer because it's going to glue your card shut, and that's not what we want. So basically, I only want glue on his legs and maybe a little bit of his bum. So let's do that. We'll put glue on his legs and his bum like that. And we'll go ahead and put that down so that he is still the center, the focal point of my card, like so. Okay, so there's the deer. One last thing we need to do is to bling up this card. You could do all kinds of bling on here. I'm going to bring in my real red rhinestones, and of course this deer needs a red nose, right? So let's put a red rhinestone right on the tip of his nose, so he is my Rudolph. Okay, so there we go. I'm standing it up. I know you're getting an aerial view, but that's the card. It folds flat. It goes in the envelope like this, and when the recipient gets it, it automatically wants to go like this. Isn't that fun? Oh my gosh, I just love it. You can do this with any shape. I chose to use the Fitting Florets shapes because they're new and exciting, and you can do so much with them with the different layering options. You know, at first when I saw these dies, I thought, oh, these are so cool. And then when I realized they cut out the centers, I was like, oh my God, blown away. So there we go, guys. That's my Fun Fold Friday. And you can get all of these things. Annual catalog paper, annual catalog stamp set, punch. It's all on sale. Grab it today before 11:50 Mountain Standard Time tonight and enjoy your discount. If you're a demonstrator, you know you get to double dip, right? You get to get the stuff on sale, plus you get your demonstrator discount. Oh, it's the best deal ever. One of your favorite stamp sets? Yes, Ruth, I agree. It's definitely one of my favorites. It came out, I don't even know how many years ago, but I was thrilled when the annual catalog came out in May, and it was back in there because then I was like, oh, I could keep on using the Peaceful Deer. And don't forget your red rhinestones. You got to definitely add those to your order because who doesn't love a Rudolph card, right? Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. You don't have the deer, but you have the penguins. Yes, go ahead and grab your deer. You need this one with the little antlers. He's so stinking cute. And this stamp set, I didn't even use all of the 20 stamps that are in here. Like there's a Let's Celebrate in here. What else? From all of us. Like there's a lot of different stamps. So the Let's Celebrate, it could totally be a masculine birthday card. It doesn't have to be a Christmas card, right? So I think dear, if you have, of course, we all have men in our life, brothers, brother-in-laws, and such. I think this is a great masculine set. So thank you all for joining me today for my Fun Fold Friday card. I hope you'll come back and join me again on Monday. And I wish you all a great weekend and happy stamping. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.